Alright, welcome to today's English class, and we'll be learning today about pronouns. Okay, so at the end of this video you should learn what pronouns mean, and you should learn about articles like a, an, and the. Are you ready? Okay, today we'll be talking about pronouns. Pronouns. Now, these are examples of pronouns that just appeared. Now, what is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word that is used in the place of a noun, or that is used instead of a noun. Okay? So pronouns are words used instead of nouns. Now, let's bring this over here and talk about them some more. So for example, if I'm talking about myself, let's say my name is James, okay? So instead of saying James wants to eat, okay? If I'm talking about myself, especially to someone else, I will say I want to eat. I want to eat. I want to eat. Okay? So it will be weird, it will be strange to just wake up in the morning and tell your parents or your caretakers, you just use your name. Let's say your name is James. James wants to eat, or Mary wants to eat. Okay, so instead you say what? I. So I is a pronoun. I is being used instead of the name. All right, remember what nouns are. Nouns are names of a person, animal, place, or object. Nouns are names of a person, animal, place, or thing. Okay, you can use either one. So pronouns are used instead of nouns. Now let's say you're talking to someone else. Okay, let's say that person's name is Mary. So instead of saying using that person's name, you can just use the word you, Y-O-U. Okay, for example, instead of saying Mary listening to me, instead I can say, are you listening to me? You see, that sounds better, right? Instead of saying are or is Mary listening to me, instead I said, are you listening to me? Are you listening to me, kids? All right, so you is used when you're talking to someone. Okay, notice I for myself, you for someone who you're talking to. Now this is the word he, he. He. He is a male. Alright? He is used for male. Then she is used for females. That's girls and women. He, men and boys. So instead of, if we're talking about someone else, for example, and it's a boy or a man, let's say we don't know their name. Okay, we don't have to worry about knowing their name. We can just use he. For example, we can say he looks strange. Alright, since we don't know his name, we can just use what? He. Or even if we know his name, okay, you can instead use he. Alright, we are using it in place of the name. So he is a pronoun because it's used in the place or instead of the name. Alright, same with she. Okay, you can say she looks strange, or she is walking across the street, or she is coming here now. Alright, so instead of using the name, for example, instead of saying Mrs. Joyce is coming here now, you can just say what? She is coming here now. Very good. So this is the word it. Now it is usually used for things that are not human. Okay? It is usually used for things that aren't human beings. Alright? Like animals, places, or things. The only time it is used for human beings is for little babies. Okay? So sometimes they use it for baby, but mostly we use it when talking about, something that is not human. For example, when you want to talk about, let's say you're watching TV and you see an animal like a lion. Okay, so instead of just saying the lion looks very strong and big, you can say it looks very strong and big. All right, you can use it because you know that the people who are there already know what you're talking about. So instead of saying the lion looks very strong and big, you can also say it looks very strong and big. All right, so it. Notice also I, you, he, she, and it are all singular. That is, they are all referring to one person or one thing or one animal. Okay, I for just yourself, you for just one other person you're talking to, he for a boy or a man, one boy or one man, she for a woman, and it's for an animal or an object, just one. But when you're talking about plurals, now we'll come to the pronouns we. Let's say there are some of us gathered together. We gather together, okay, to talk or to play a game. So instead of, let's say there's 3 of us named John, Mary, and Joshua. Okay, so instead of saying John, Mary, and Joshua are talking, you can say what? We are talking, since you're talking about yourselves. Okay, we are talking, or we, we, are playing. All right, so you see the we has come in place of John, Mary, and Joshua. What about you? I thought we already talked about you. No, this you is for the plural, for when you're talking to more than one person. For example, when you say all of you are in trouble, or all of you should come with me, or all of you should listen. You see, that's more than one person. So you can use you for also more than one person. All right, it's not just for one person. So you. This is the word they, T-H-E-Y. The TH here has a th sound. Okay, they. So we use they when we're talking about other people. Okay, you can use they. The wonderful thing about they is that it's a plural. You can use it. You use it for more than one person, but it's not just for persons. It's for animals, places, and things or objects. So you can say they are coming. They look strange. They are flying. They are crawling. So you see, you can use it for anyone and anything when you're talking about others or other things. Okay, so don't forget the pronouns we talked about today: I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. Alright, now we're looking at articles. Articles. Now, what are articles? Articles are words that point to nouns. Okay, an article is a word that points to a noun, and we have 3 articles here: a, and the. 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 Alright, so how do you use these articles? Okay, let's look at some examples. A ball, a ball, a ball. So you can see a is used to point to a noun, and a is also pointing to a singular noun. Okay, that's why we say a ball, just a ball, referring to one ball. Now what about an? Can we say an ball? No, that doesn't sound right, does it? It doesn't. An is used for words that begin with a vowel sound. So this is the letter B. And B is what letter? a consonant letter. Remember your consonant letters: B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay? So that's not correct. How about a apple? Is that correct? No. Alright? Remember, A is used for words that begin with a consonant sound or a consonant letter, like letter B. So a apple is not correct because A is a vowel letter and it's making a vowel sound. So how about an apple? That's correct? Yes, that's correct. So an apple is more correct. So A for words beginning with consonant sounds, and an for words beginning with vowel sounds like a, like a, e, o, and u. Those are the vowel sounds. Okay. What about the? Can we say the apple? Yes. Okay. That's the wonderful thing about the article. The article the. The can be used for words beginning with consonant sounds, with vowel sounds. It can also be used for words that are plural. Remember, you only use a and an for singular, but you use the for plural. You can use the for singular or plural. Okay, you can say the apple or the apples. Okay, the ball, the balls. The ball is mine, or the balls are mine. Simple. Alright, we've come to the end of this video. Mention 8 pronouns that you know. That should be very simple, right? Number 2, what are the plural pronouns? Okay, the plural pronouns that we use to talk about, that we use for more than one person, place, or thing. Alright? So if you study the video very well, I'm sure you can answer that. What are articles? And finally, how is each article used? Like, when do you use a, when do you use an, and when do you use the, or how do you use the? Okay? I'm sure those are simple questions. Alright, thank you for watching. That's all for now. Bye.